Scariest Illinois housing market crash just got worse. Are you a homeowner in Illinois? Are you concerned about the state of the housing market in the Chicagoland area? If so, you're not alone. With recent reports of a potential housing market crash and a surge in foreclosures, it's understandable to be worried about the value of your home. But what if we told you that the reality might be different from what is being portrayed in the news? In this video, we'll explore the current state of the Chicagoland housing market and what you need to know as a homeowner. We'll dive into recent data from Moody's Analytics, Redfin, and ATTOM data to provide you with a complete picture of the market. So, whether you're a potential buyer, seller, or simply interested in the state of the Illinois housing market, stay tuned until the end to get the full scoop on the scariest Illinois housing market crash that just got worse. In 2023, there are concerns about the state of the Chicagoland housing market. People are wondering if we are heading towards a crash due to the potential increase in foreclosures and subsequent downward pressure on home prices. However, according to Paul Gentrick, a Chicagoland realtor, the reality may be different from what is being portrayed in the news. He aims to educate homeowners on the current state of the market. Moody's Analytics recently published an article indicating that a significant portion is currently overvalued. In fact, the percentage of overvalued markets has surpassed that of the last housing bubble. As a result, Moody predicts that highly overvalued markets are likely to experience price depreciation. However, this is not expected to be a crash like the one seen during the Great Recession. The anticipated drop in house prices is projected to be between 5 and 10% in the most overvalued markets, with higher drops of 10 to 20% if there is a recession. In summary, Moody believes that the housing market is currently overvalued in a significant portion of the United States. There is a question of whether there will be a significant increase in foreclosures, given the annual 64% rise in U.S. foreclosure completions reported in a recent ATTOM data article. However, this increase needs to be viewed in the context of the foreclosure moratorium during COVID, which halted foreclosures and is now being lifted. Compared to the last 20 years, the current number of foreclosures is relatively low, with only 70 to 80,000 foreclosures compared to the peak of 2 million during the last housing crash. This small percentage of homes in foreclosure makes sense when considering the rise in home prices over the past few years, which has increased equity for many homeowners. As a result, there is little incentive for homeowners to go through the foreclosure process and damage their credit when they could sell their homes and make a profit. Additionally, a Redfin housing market prediction for 2023 suggests that a post-pandemic sales slump will lower home prices for the first time in a decade. But high homeowner equity and a resilient job market will prevent a wave of foreclosures. Looking closely at this article, we can find some positive news for the Chicagoland home market. Redfin, a real estate brokerage company, has predicted the top 10 U.S. housing markets that are likely to perform well in 2023, and 3 of them are in the Chicagoland market. These markets are Lake County, Chicago, and Elgin, all located in Illinois. This is certainly great news for the local real estate market. When comparing home prices across the U.S. over the past 2 to 3 years, we can see that prices have surged in some cities, but in Chicago, they have increased at a more steady pace. The graph provided in the article shows the movement of prices from the last housing bust in 2008, rebounding in 2013, and continuing to rise since then. From 2015 to 2016, until the pandemic, prices remained relatively stable, with only a 2 to 3% growth. However, after the lockdowns were lifted, prices began to take off due to people's desire for more space and the ability to work remotely. Interest rates also played a role, decreasing from 4.5% in 2018 to 2019 to below 3%, which was the lowest ever recorded. As a result, this has pushed prices up by 20 to 25%, as shown in the graph. The lower interest rates made buying a home more affordable, and this has caused a surge in demand, leading to a decrease in the availability of homes for sale. The month's supply of available inventory is now less than 2 months, meaning it would take less than 2 months to sell all available homes at the current rate of buying. Investors have also been keen to purchase homes for rentals or rehabbing, while homeowners have taken advantage of cheap money to move up the property ladder. The current real estate market is characterized by extremely tight inventory, particularly in the Chicago area, where the number of available homes for sale is at an all-time low. This is in contrast to markets such as Phoenix, Arizona, which has more homes for sale than they did before the pandemic. It's important to note that national articles about the real estate market may not provide a complete picture of what's happening in local markets. Even within a city, different neighborhoods may experience different trends. For example, the downtown Chicago market saw lower demand due to remote work and high crime rates. While home prices in some areas have decreased compared to pre-pandemic levels, there is still value to be found, especially in larger high-rises. However, the market varies greatly, even within the same city. For instance, the Lincoln Park area of Chicago has extremely low inventory and prices have gone up. The suburban market has seen higher prices compared to the condo market in Chicago. A crash in the real estate market is expected, but not in the way many might think. It's likely that the number of homes sold will decrease by 15 to 25% in 2023. This will impact sales volume rather than home prices, which remain highly dependent on local market conditions. Some areas of the U.S. may see home prices decrease, but overall, it's expected that fewer homes will sell in the coming year. Following the lifting of pandemic lockdowns, there was a surge of people buying homes to take advantage of low interest rates. This led to an increase in home prices during 2021 and 2022 as demand outweighed supply. The number of homes for sale was far less than the number of people buying homes. However, in 2023, it is anticipated that the number of homes for sale will begin to increase, although the number of homes that will actually sell is still expected to remain low. For buyers, this is good news, as homes are expected to be on the market for longer compared to 2021 and 2022. However, a balanced market like the one before the pandemic is still far off. In the previous 2 years, homes were often sold for the asking price or over and attracted numerous offers. As a result, sellers will feel that the process of selling their homes will be slower than before, and they won't be in the same position of power as they were previously. Regarding Chicagoland home prices, it is important to note that prices are specific to each locality. Nevertheless, the most significant driver of home prices will be the interest rates. At the beginning of 2022, mortgage interest rates were around 3%, but they rose to over 7% before peaking in October and declining for the remainder of the year. The direction of mortgage interest rates in 2023 will have a significant impact on the Chicagoland housing market's affordability. If interest rates increase above 7% and inventory levels rise, prices are likely to decrease. On the other hand, if interest rates continue to decrease and inventory remains low, prices will probably remain stable or decline slightly. However, some experts predict that prices in the Chicago market will continue to rise, but it is difficult to predict with certainty. According to market trends, home prices in the Chicagoland area are seasonal, with prices typically increasing from January through April to May. Homes that are contracted in April to May generally have the highest prices, with closings in June. This peak period is followed by a gradual decline in prices throughout the rest of the year, as people who need to move have already done so, and sellers who do not want to be on the market during fall and winter begin reducing their prices. If interest rates rise, coupled with a recession and job losses, there may be further downward pressure on home prices. The annual cycle of the real estate market involves a decline in activity during the fall and winter months. However, this pattern can be disrupted by external factors, such as changes in interest rates or the occurrence of a recession. This year, the performance of the market is expected to be influenced by shifts in interest rates, which may create a downward trend. Should a recession occur, this would also contribute to a decrease in activity. Absent these factors, the market is likely to remain stable. Attention will be paid to the spring market of 2023, as any signs of weakness during that period are likely to have a ripple effect throughout the remainder of the year. So there you have it. We've explored the current state of the Chicagoland housing market and provided you with insights on what you need to know as a homeowner. While there are concerns about the potential for a housing market crash, it's important to remember that the reality might be different from what is being portrayed in the news. As we've seen, there are positive indicators for the local real estate market, and Redfin has even predicted that 3 areas in Illinois will perform well in 2023. However, it's crucial to keep an eye on local market conditions and interest rates, as these factors will have a significant impact on the affordability of homes in the area. We hope that you found this video informative and helpful in understanding the current state of the housing market. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video on the Illinois housing market crash. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content.